not react ferociously to the news of the GST, because as most experts who've been on CNBC TV 18 have said, the constitutional amendment bill going through has been priced in by the markets, but it's a long-term positive for India. Market experts like Ramdeo, Agarwal and Madhu, Kela say that FI inflows will get a boost, but initial hiccups when you transition to a GST will also be part of the story. They also expect markets to factor in more gains when there is more clarity on, for instance, the GST rate. Listen in.
Market is all about the earnings, earnings. Where is the impact of earnings? First thing is GST, this is a constitutional amendment. So actual bill is going to be introduced in whatever form only in November, December. So there's too long a period for India, for the markets. They'll again trade for bill, See, you have to take whatever Delhi gives, right. So right now, whatever they decide to give, 18, 17, 19, 20, this is excluded, that is excluded. So, so you have to take it as it is, and then you play the game accordingly. See, as a nation as a whole, you have to pay as much as you were paying earlier.
No, absolutely.
There's no parcel relief. The real fear is that will they end up collecting actually less? The bigger thing is, it is a huge ease of doing business. And the logistical nightmare which is there right now, that half the time your trucks are standing at the nakas and octroi posts and all, that thing will go away.
I think after 1991, this is the biggest reform India is seeing. What it also gives, that there is a larger consensus in India on the economic development, on the way forward, that all parties for a crucial thing can come together and can, in spite of having their differences at election level. So that is what I think the foreigners are excited about. They're excited that it will lead to a tremendous amount of ease of doing business. When the world is struggling for growth, the incremental impact as for us will be over 1% of GDP. There are not too many countries in the world which are growing at 1%. Also be practical that the markets have recovered quite a bit. We see some amount of, I would not say euphoria, but some amount of discomfort in terms of valuation in certain sectors. So some of it positives are also built in the market.